It's gonna work. I hope so. Yeah, it's working. Hello, YouTube. Hi, everybody. So now before we start the proper conversation, I want to ask Ayla to introduce herself. Is that okay for you, Ayla?
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Ayla. I live in Belém. I'm married. I have a daughter and a little dog. I work as a public servant, and on my free time, I like to travel and I like to spend time with my family. And I'm here to improve my confidence in my English speaking. So that's it.
Thank you, Ayla. Wanda-san, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. Is everybody hearing me? Okay? Okay. Hello, everybody. Good night. My name is Wanderson. I live in Rio de Janeiro, but I was born in Maranhão in the northeast of Brazil, you know. I'm 30 years old and I am chemical engineer and now I'm working Petrobras and chemical of oil, of petroleum, and that's whatever. And I have a dog, and I think that's it. I'm a black belt of Taekwondo, and watch more about me. I like run and go to gym and anybody else.
Okay.
That's me.
Yeah, thank you. Camila, can you tell us a little bit about you?
Yeah, my name is Camila. I'm 28. I'm from Bahia, but I live in Minas Gerais. I'm married. I'm agronomist, so today I'm a PhD student, almost finishing it. And what else? I like to watch movies, series, music, and yeah, I'm here to improve my English skills. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Now you, Gustavo, can you tell us something about you?
Yes, I'm 28 and father, married. I like to read, watch movies with my wife, to joke with my son. I have a son that has 4 months. I live in Minas Gerais, Córrego Novo, a very, very small city. I work as a software engineer remotely here.
Okay, thank you for coming, Gustavo. So let's start by the first question. So Camila, is pretty privilege actually a thing? Is it a problem in society? So your first thoughts.
Um, yeah, I've never thought like properly about it. But yeah, if we think well, I think there is some kind of privilege in being like a beautiful person because yeah, as the video said, a lot of things can be related like with you in the bad way, in a good way. So for some jobs, for example, I think it's easier to get like some kinds of jobs, and people maybe treat you better because we are those kind of people. We judge by the appearance. That's really a thing here. And I don't know if this is a problem in society. Maybe because you can, if you compare like two people with and without a pretty privilege, maybe another people can get in a disadvantage place in some moments. So yeah, that's a thing that I've never really thought about it, but it is interesting.
Yeah. What about you, Leandro? Do you believe in pretty privilege?
So I think that, as Camila told you before, some jobs, it's very important about this privilege, like model, I think, fashion model, and um, how can I say, apresentadores de televisão. I think it's a thing really important. But at the same time, I think it's can be a problem because maybe it's offend some people, you know. So I think about this thing is two faces. I think two sides. So I think it's so complex thing to think about. But it's that at sometimes it's good, but at same time it's not so good.
Yeah, yeah. I think I got it. So now you, Ayla, are you in the same position that Camila and Leandro, or do you have a different perspective?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think so. Yeah, the beautiful privilege is a reality in our society, and I think it means for beautiful and attractive people, an opening of doors, opportunities, I think, in their personal or social or professional lives. And yeah, I consider it could be a problem, especially when beautiful or attractive people get uh, some opportunity only because their appears, because their capacity. I don't know.
Capabilities, I think.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I think the same that you said, Ayla. So now you, Gustavo, what's your opinion?
Uh, I think that it's a problem uh, because of you can think about the movies and the old movies is most appealing than the recent ones because uh, last month I saw a movie, The Lord of Kings, and I and my wife was talking about that movie. It was a very a very a very uh, tasty move to watch, a very good move to spend time on, all series. But we are talking that you could not see any black people there, any black people, and they also any ugly people or just beautiful ones. So the in the most recent, you also can see that kind of thing. And the most high pyramid of society, you will see just beautiful, and the most of them will be white people. So for me, it's very. I'm very sad to affirm that we have this problem. It is a problem that society have, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. So now to finish the question, and Wanderson. Is it Wanderson? Wanderson?
You can say both.
Okay.
Anderson once, but my mother called me Wanderson.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Uh, I agree, but I have a different point of view about this. I think there's actually a thing, yes, of course, but this trouble we create, the human created this trouble about the privilege because beautiful is very subjective, and I think it's a problem of society, of course, but we create this for us and that's it. But I agree we have some models or some TV shows have some white people and with skin bodies, and but I think that this is change. But actually, that's of course pretty privileged. It's a thing, you have to all the time to be skin and clean and not fat, and you have to be a white guy and be polite and have high school and that more other things. But uh it's actually a problem, of course, but I think we are changing, some we have a miss uh universe miss, it's a woman, a black woman, and I think the time is changing, so but I think what you everybody say, but I think that we are creating this trouble for us, that's it.
Yeah.
Hello, it's me. Oh, I think.
I think he's frozen. Mhm.
Yeah.
I think its connection's broken.
Guys, can you hear me?
Great turn.
Yeah,
I
now
was,
Yeah.
I was reading the question. I was so excited. I'm sorry. It was the connection. So describe someone that you find attractive, the most one.
Hello.
eu acho que a internet do Vitor não tá legal.
Yeah. We can just keep going.
Yeah, I think so. So
Oh, he's
go.
back.
Is it back? So if it happens again, guys, you can keep going with the conversation, right? I'm gonna choose somebody to be the co-host so the meeting is not ending. But if something happened, just keep going with the conversation. I think it's my connection. But I've chose while Isla to start answering the question number two. Can you do it, Isla?
Okay. Number two, describe someone you find attractive or most attractive. Do you follow this standard every time you judge someone's beauty? Wow, I don't follow a beauty standard. Honestly, I think I prefer appreciate more personality more than people's beauty. I think this don't affect me so hard. So for me, I can't think more about it. Yeah, that's it. And
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So what about you, Wanderson? Do you have somebody to show or something to say about this? Don't you have a
Yeah,
crush or something like that?
yeah, I really have a crush. Um, I don't know if it's a partner of beautiful, but it's my, how can I say this? It's my type, and I think is everybody frozen? No, just no. Uh, and I don't know if I have a kind or a partner of crush, but speaking about body, I like black guys, and black girls, and I now I'm really love workout, but I think I see the beautiful in the other kinds of body, so that's not problem for me. So it's just speaking about the appearance, about bodies, but I really appreciate much more how can I say, intelligence. I think you so some kind of people who speaking well, have a good intelligence and speak about politics, about religion, about football, about fightings, and I really appreciate that kind of people. So about body, maybe I don't know if you know Michael Bon Jordan. It's an actor. It's very beautiful guy. So I really appreciate Thais Araújo also because she's very beautiful. But about speaking about intelligence, I think Vitor is very beautiful guy, and and it's that's it. It's my kind of people how I like about. I really appreciate bodies in every kind of bodies, but I really appreciate intelligence and polite.
Yeah, yeah. So what about you, Gustavo? Do you have some standards?
And I'm more like Ayla. I prefer to choice by by other qualities because for me to look at your body is a very temporal thing. So I don't like to be grasped in things that, in my opinion, is more superficial in humans. If I look to other things, I can be more more happy. I can enjoy more.
Yeah, yeah. So Camila, what about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of agree with Wanderson. I think there are different kinds of bodies, So I think in each like type or specific of body, I think I can find like a beautiful example, So I think more tiny people, more like strong people. There are a lot of different kinds that I really find it really attractive. And nowadays I'm like into gym and all this stuff, so I'm kind of like enjoying like more bodybuilding stuff, So, but not like the professional one, but I like more the body more like more, I don't know how to say that, more defined, I guess. And yeah, but I think all the kinds of bodies and different kinds of stereotypes, we can find beauty on it. So I don't really have a pattern for that. I think it's like music. I can find a beautiful song in each different style, So something like that.
Yes. So what about you, Leandro?
So I really agree if you, Camila, Wanderson. So I think that it's the difference kind of beauty about person, about everything actually. So for me, I really don't follow something or someone because I think it's like immature folks, It's for example, in my company, there are a lot young guys that experience with MECs like MEC, funky. So um, is they shave her hair eyebrow, I think eyebrow. So. finding your hair, so it's okay for me. But I think this guys follow MCs that sing funk, you know. So I think it's about a phase of life, you know. So I think when they grow, I think they will have maturity focus about this kind of things, you know. So that I really agree that which person have a specific beauty. So black guys, white guys, indigenous guys, or Asian guys. So I think is that.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about this question. I was actually looking for a picture to show you what it could look like, but actually, all my friends says like I don't have a type. I think I do have a type, of course, but sometimes they just say you can find everybody beautiful, and I just understand it. But I think it's kind of right. When it comes to like physical, or then the personality, or some specific thing in the person, like the mouth and the eyes, the eyebrows, the hair, and I just can find beautiful in some things, and that make me feel attracted, or that make me feel, I don't know, pleasured by the beauty. But I think I really agree with Camila and Island. I think having an emotional connection with somebody makes them, more beautiful. And the most one I think I would say is this guy's, which is my boyfriend. So he is, of course, the most beautiful one. But I do find a lot of people attractive. And there's a specific type of hair. I don't know how to say this in English, but it kind of looks like, I'm just searching it, but this kind of hair, for me, it's really beautiful. I just don't understand why when some people have the hair here, not the common ones, but with, I don't know the name of the thing, but you guys can understand it. For me, it's a really attractive thing that somebody can, have. So let's go to the next question. What's a good example of not pretty privilege? So, Wanderson, do you have something in mind?
Not pretty prevalent. I think when you grow up on your company and your life, and you don't do something to bring other people with you. I don't know if you understand me, I think that's not a pretty privilege, some I don't know how can I explain this, but I think you understand me. So by example, when I study chemical engineer, I work in a social pré-vestibular, and but I understand I have a privilege to study. It's not common in Brazil, a black guy be an engineer, and I work to bring other black guys with me, So I think that's very pretty privilege. And when you don't do that, it's not a pretty privilege, So, or when you have a power to change lives and you don't do that, like Jair Bolsonaro, by example, and that's what I want to say about this, So I think that it's not a pretty privilege when you have a power to change a lot of lives and you don't do that anyway. So that's it.
Okay, so now you, Leandro.
So if I understand very well this question, it's about I think I lost some opportunities, but about not pretty privileged, like lost jobs because you not so pretty beautiful. So I think, for example, mm, job is a good example. here in Santa Catarina, how can I say? It's easy find white people than black people, you know. So I see that, you know. So when you search a job, you when find a job, you see that there's a more white people that apply a job, you know, than black. So um, I, I I see that generally this company um, contrata white people than black people because it's really common to see, you know. So it's so sad to see, but it's real, and I think it's a good example. So is that I think that I have not so much about say about that, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I think an example could do like when somebody wants to buy a cloth, but then this type of dress it's used by somebody who has a specific kind of body. Like if you're flat, you cannot use clothes that will show your body a lot because it's not beautiful. So you should have a specific kind of dress, a dress that would not show all of your body, all of the things that you have. It doesn't matter if you're, I don't know, tall or short. I just think in terms of buying things, sometimes some people can have this kind of privilege of choosing anything and nobody's gonna judge them because they're beautiful and they have a good body sometimes. But what about you, Camila? Do you have some example?
Yeah, I just when you explain right now, I just got the the message. Yeah, that's a really good example. Clothes, even shoes or products for your hair. I know that who has like curly hair. Only in the past years we got like many different products for that specific hair. Before we didn't have anything related to curly hairs or afro hairs. So that's another example that because the straight hair is like the standard, so the industry only focused on that kind of, so when they realize that there it is another public for that and between another demands, so they started to produce like different products for even for your skin, your tone, skin tone, and makeup, a lot of different stuff. So it is really good to think about it.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes people just can't access things because the industry does not work with things to that public because it's not beautiful. I don't know. Yeah, that's a really great example. What about you, Gustavo? Do you have something to share when it comes to not
Yes,
pretty privilege?
maybe I haven't I haven't sure that I understood the question, but I will try something that is in my mind. For example, I work remotely currently, but uh, I'm concerned that I will not be still working remotely for the future because pandemic is going away, is vanishing, and it is very good to us. But on the other side, uh, job remotely are vanishing now. So you can see more hybrid in on-site jobs now. And for me, that live in a very small city, it's very bad thing because 4 years working remotely gave me time to build almost uh, my house, and I have uh, my family here. And if I have to move to another place just to work, it will be very, very frustrating for me.
Yeah, yeah. I think the question is more about things related to being pretty or not being pretty, things that you can access when you're pretty or when people see, I don't know, beauty in you and things that you're not allowed to do when you are judged by, I don't know, you are considered a ugly person, as an example. So, Ayla, can you help us with the question?
So I think I agree. I don't know what else say about it, but I think for me, a non privilege is all of kind of discrimination of people based on their appearance because they don't follow beauty standard as some situation. It's very common, fortunately, and women who are judged from their hair, like Camila said, it's a reality, and I saw and I watched some news about it. Children and teenagers or adults suffer discrimination from the skin or hair, or because they are uh, I don't know, getting fat, and it's a lot of situation, unfortunately, because they don't are in a beauty standard, and it's so unfair, and because only based on the appearance of the people, based on their competence, effort, or worth, or values. So, yeah, that's it.
Oh, thank you. So let's go to a more personal question, just to break the whole thing about theories here, which is question number 6. Would you change something in your body to feel better in terms of appearance? Why? Would you, Leandro?
So it's about 4 questions, right?
No, it's the question number 6.
Number 6.
Would you change something in your body to feel better in terms of appearance? Why?
So for me, for example, when I go to my home, I ride my bicycle. I think it's during about 30 minutes to go to my work and return my home. So I think I spend about 1 hour for the time. So I think it's really good for my body. So I feel better because it's exercise. So exercise is so good for your bodies, your mind. So um, I I do this since the start the beginning this year. So at the moment, and sometimes I make some exercise in my home. So it's good too. And is that I think
Yes, but would you change something like, would you, I don't know, change the way you look like, your eyebrows, your something in your body, just
okay,
change
okay,
it. That's
okay.
the
So
question.
see, okay, okay. So actually sometimes I change my hair. Um, Today I have a mustache. I think I don't know. It's right in English. So is that actually I treat my bear sometimes.
Okay. So, what about you, Camila? Would you change something permanently or not?
Um, I really like appearance. I'm not like frustrated with anything, but I'm in a hurry to gain some weight, like lean, not fat. But so this is a thing that I would like to really get faster because my metabolism is really super fast. So I need to eat a lot to gain mass, like lean, like good mass. So that's a thing that I would improve, I guess, too, because it's really slow and you have to have a lot of discipline for that.
Yeah, your answer is mine. I would like to gain some weight, and it's so hard sometimes because I can lose it. Like if today I'm not feeling great and I don't eat, then
Mhm.
tomorrow I'll see the difference.
Yeah, if you don't
But
get like 8 hours of sleep,
yes, and if
a
I
half kilogram is gone.
exactly
It's
that's what
terrible.
I
Yeah.
feel. And if
Yeah.
I pass like 1 week straight eating more than I used to, I don't see any difference. I
Yeah,
just
me
I just
too.
can understand it. Sometimes I would change like my eyes. Just I don't know if you can see that, but in person it seems that I am tired all the time or
Oh,
that
I
I
see.
used something, but it's not, it's just me. And
It's just
I would change. Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. So that's it
Mhm.
about me. What about you, Wonderson?
Of course, I would change something in my body. I really appreciate my body because I care my body every day, go to the gym and work out very hard. But as I said, I'm black belt of Taekwondo, and when I fight in the past, I broke my knee, so I want to to fix this. So my knee, it's not ugly knee, but not work so well, you know. So sometimes it's not so good. But I think I will change my knee because in the past I broken in the fight. But my knee is very beautiful, I think too. So it's not functional knee, you know. So when I'm running, I feel my knee, and just for this, it's not extreme changing, you know. So it's just to be more health.
Yeah, yeah. In my case, I'm thinking about it, and then I had a finger and I had an infection in the past, and it don't looks beautiful for me. And I have some scars that I would definitely change, but that's for the Victor of the future. That's not for me right now. So Ayla, would you change something?
Mhm. I think nowadays no more, but when I was younger, I wanted to change my nose because I thought it is so big, and I agree about you, Camila said about the my metabolism is so slow nowadays. I can't eat as I did. It's terrible because I get weight so fast. It's terrible. And yeah, maybe because my my difficulty to see without glass. It's terrible sometimes, yeah. But yeah, nowadays I don't worry more about it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So now the last, Gustavo.
I would like to do more exercises like Wanderson, have a lot of discipline to do this. Because nowadays I'm a pretty fat, and I would like to return my normal body. It would be very good for me, for my wife, for my family in general. And I'm doing plans, but the day never happened. So So just it.
Yeah, thank you. But you know, guys, I do a lot of exercise and it does not work for me. I do have discipline to do the things right, but it does not work. I mean, it works, but my body does not change. I think that's okay. I won't say nothing. So let's go to a next question. We have 8 minutes, nine maybe. So I am choosing Wonderson to choose a question to answer. Can you do it, Wonderson?
Yeah, I think what do you number 9, okay?
Yes.
What do you to do feel more beautiful? I think uh exercise, to make your body beautiful, but therapy to make your mental health beautiful is very important too, because it doesn't matter if you have a beautiful body, but your head it's not working, so it's very important. So I think that's two the most important to do. It's exercise to make your body beautiful and therapy to make your mental health beautiful. So that's it.
Yes, that's the perfect answer. Thank you,
Yeah.
Wonderson. Now, Leandro, um, you can choose a question as well to
So
answer.
I really agree with Wanderson. I think it's about this question is about exercise. So I can include about good foods, health foods. I think so important and sleep very well, have a good night. So I think one day I see a news that in Brazil a lot of people don't have a good night. Sleep very well, So because actually um, people have a lot of stress during the day about your work, so your family, So yeah, I think it's so important to how can I say looks good because when you don't sleep very well, it's reflects your appearance, So is that I think so.
Yeah, sleeping is really important. Now you, Gustavo, you can choose another question or talk about the same.
Mhm. Uh, do the people around you recognize your beauty, or do you feel forgotten around them? Mm, I think that I'm the worst person to judge it because I I think that I'm beauty in the sometimes I listen someone talking the same thing, but in general I don't know. Maybe not not general people think that I'm beauty. Or do you feel forgotten around then? When I was more young, it mattered for me, but now it don't matter too much. I don't care if I'm forgotten because it's not my whole for life now actually.
Yeah, thank you for your answer, Gustavo. That was really good. A good thing to hear. Like, I am really happy that you're conscious about everything and that the opinions of people does not matter for your life. And even though I don't see you, I know you're handsome. Okay. So, Camila, can you choose a question as well to talk about it?
Yeah, I can choose the 7, but instead of child, I can say the teenager period, as we can say, because I think
Yes.
it's the worst for most of the people. So I am still very skinny, but not as much as I was in the past. But I was really skinny when I was a teenager. So I had a hard time during middle school, high school, and it's hard to not, not feel like bad in that situation. But I was really improving throughout the years. So nowadays I'm really cool. I'm not like frustrated or something like that. But if I was a different person, it might affected me in a very deep way. So I think it's really how you see yourself, So it's really important to see yourself as a beauty person. See like what do you have good, what do you like needs to improve. So I think that this is a really good topic to talk.
Yes, I love talking about it. I think talking like beauty and sexuality and body and everything. So I don't know, good. Feels good. So Ayla, here the last one. You can choose a question as well.
Okay, number 4, I think. What can attractive people do that ugly people can't? Well, for me, pretty people can do almost whatever they want because it's like they have permission. They are so considered so intelligent, and it's like they have free pass. They are attractive and welcome in all environments, I think, especially at a work environment. Uh, and on the other hand, ugly people have to work, study hard if they want to get any opportunities. It's so unfair. So
Yeah. That was a good way to end the conversation, I think. Yeah, some kind of I mean, I think everyone is allowed to feel beautiful. It's allowed to recognize they are worthy. And I mean, there are standards, of course, standards of color, of type of body, of type of hair, of personality, of, I don't know, everything. People create standards for everything, but they just forget that some people might not fit into the standards, which is really sad because it allows them to feel bad. It allows to have, I don't know, I mean, problems with appearance, problems with self-esteem, of course, and a lot of them. So that's really sad. And I just want to say that everyone here in this immersion is beautiful and it's handsome and it's, you know, you guys are so beautiful, and just I just want to say thank you all for coming and to be here talking about it. And the last thing I want to say is I've sent to you the link and you guys can click on it, and it's the feedback of the immersion, and you guys can answer and give me suggestions, give me, I don't know, anything. um I'm having a lack of creativity, so I don't know what I'm gonna talk in the future immersions, so I need help for sure. I'm not kidding or saying things just for you to enter the thing, but if you guys answer like I want to talk about it, I would appreciate it, right? Okay, perfect. And thank
Okay.
you for coming. Especially Leandro, he was here for the first time. Okay, Leandro,
Yeah.
thank you all guys and
Thank
good
you
night.
guys.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
thank
night.
you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Bye.
Thank
Bye bye.
you.
Bye bye.